Well, hello from Cologne. It's still quite hot. I mean, working with the windows open, it has cooled down quite a bit. That's about 10 degrees colder during the day. I think that's about 22 degrees Fahrenheit. Sounds like a lot. It's still really hot. But it's every day there's a lot of good progress, and so I am done with the wallpapering in this bathroom. Now, this still needs to be painted. I didn't have the time beforehand and I wanted things out of the way, so hence the wallpapering. What else, Stuart?
I'm going to start working on the coving crown molding for this room now that the paper is up.
Yes, and that will, I mean, looking at this, it will transform that quite significantly, because it just finishes up rooms. It's not appropriate for every room, but here it's going to be really, really nice. And there's so much to come, the more paneling work and all this. Now, what I'm doing right now is, or will be doing, is continuing with that heat gun. So, the wax that they used is, it's chemical wax. There's nothing natural about that. And the only way to get this off the tomettes, especially when it's thick. When it's thin, there are ways with the solvent to get that off. But where it's thick, and we have some areas where you can't even see the grub. There is, like, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch of wax on it. That needs to be really warmed up, scraped off. That's going to be, I don't know, just for this room, another, 2 days, Stuart?
At least.
Thanks. Thanks for that. It's awful. And then sitting, I mean, we're not at the 106 degrees anymore. Well, not right now. It might come back. But so it's one thing, but it's still, when you have 90-degree days and you're sitting there with a heat gun, it's a bit frustrating. And I'm just looking at that corner, if you wonder, because that's one of the worst spots right next to me. Awful, just awful. But in the end, we now know that it's possible to get this off, and it's possible to restore these tomettes. I mean, they're almost 300 years old, so I think it's well worth restoring them. And well, then of course, we had no rain since April 1st. I know I said that before, but it still holds true. So we need to water the plants we just planted, because otherwise there would be thousands just dying, meaning thousands of dollars or euros. And so we have to do this, and pretty much that's about 2 to 3 hours every day. Different areas, we don't water everything every day, but just to keep things alive, so they can crawl through this. And quite frankly, the next 2 weeks, there is still not a single day of rain. We have actually quite normally really strong rivers. They are now slowly going to a trickle or stopped flowing, so there are thousands of trouts and other fish dying. Not pretty, and but that can't stop us from renovating. So one thing I have to say, though, we wanted to plant a vegetable garden this year, but we didn't have the time. I am so pleased we didn't, because that would have been a complete and utter disaster. We are going to miss our own tomatoes and some other things, but overall, I'd rather go to the market than try to keep tomatoes alive that are just bound to die. So let's go back to work, Stuart, and let's see how far we can get this room.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. So the next step in this process is to actually use a chemical to see what I can do with this floor. Let's see, it's called Lessive de Soude, so it has, I don't know what it is in there, but you can, it's the degreaser, and you can get paint off your wood furniture. So let's see how that works. So this is how this looks after this whatever dissolvent scrub. All I can say is it looks pretty good, doesn't it? I mean, that is so encouraging for the rest, so that I'm going to keep going.
So how's it going?
Oh, hi.
Hi.
It's moving along, isn't it? I mean, so what am I doing? Right?
Right.
I wish I knew.
Yeah.
So, that's good. So what we're doing here is cleaning of wax. Well, it's not a natural wax. It's a sealant with color in it, and they call this mahogany, which is clearly not.
No.
So it's old, put on there. So I started with some areas where it's too thick with the heat gun, and as you know, we had a horrible heat wave, and so this was pretty bad. But then you put this acid on it, and after a while of just manual scrubbing, that's what it takes, and it's freaking exhausting, to be honest. But after a while, oh my god, look at me, I'm just putting things everywhere. This just gives, and then it actually returns them to their natural beauty. So it is a lot of work, and it's nothing I can do because my right hand and wrist is still not properly working. I don't wear the bandage anymore, but so it's now physical therapy because this is as much as I can bend them, right? So that's all not that great, so and it hurts. I need to just adjust what I'm doing. But having said that, it is kind of rewarding and incredibly exhausting.
Yeah.
Okay, let me go on then. What do you think, Stuart?
I think it's looking great, but it's a lot of work, isn't it?
What is it? Yes, it was about 3/4 done. There are no shortcuts for this. And by the way, I'm wearing my work pants, which are padded extra, so the knees are not the problem. It was the problem that it was so hot, and I was doing this in shorts, and the caustic soda is so highly reactive to skin that actually it's like burns on my left knee. Nothing, you feel that immediately. So it's nothing that went on there. But so this is the caustic part going on. And what is so interesting to me is that I'm scrubbing and scrubbing and you don't see a difference, do you? Really. But then, see, yeah. Then we are using the sponge with the water and that really dissolves what needs to go. Well, most of it. So, the thing is that only what's right behind me here needs to still be done. Needs to be, well, this, then washed with clear water and a bit of natural soap. And then it will be sealed 2 or 3 times. I think we're going to do 3 times. And it's well worth it, but it's a true restoration. So honestly, there are no shortcuts. It's elbow grease, it's a lot of time that we did not plan for. I mean, we were kind of resigned to the fact that they looked the way they look, and we had no idea how good this floor would look. And so once we started this, I just tried a little area in our bathroom which also need to be completely done, and it's about twice the size of this bathroom. But yeah, that's a winter job. Horrible rainy days and nothing better to do. But this is really quite cool. I mean, it's amazing how this is transforming this floor and with that the entire bathroom, because this is how these would have looked in 1750. So that's really, really cool. And I'm really thrilled. It's a bit of, sometimes a bit of an total exhaustion. You go, oh, do I really want to do this? But yes, I do. And I think we're pretty happy about this, right, Stuart?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes, so in any case, yes, that is true. I'm going to finish this, and then for today, this has been 3 hours, 2.5, 3 hours today, because it's very slow. And I would like to do something else this afternoon. And in any case, thank you so much for watching. If you like this episode, subscribe and recommend us to your friends and family. It helps us tremendously. And we see you again on Friday. Happy scrubbing!
If you enjoyed this video, please use the like feature to let us know. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our Journey to the Chateau YouTube channel if you would like to see more. Once you've subscribed, you can tap the notification bell in order to ring it, which will allow you to receive all notifications from our channel. Thank you.